Okay. So, welcome everyone. Sunny April. Tuesday today, since where I live, yesterday was a holiday. So yeah, let's get right into it here. What's been going on and the Gamma and Vanna surfaces and what potentially could be in play. So yeah, Monday was a fairly subdued session, I'd say, for the level that VIX is at. We had kind of a opening drive up here to this, if I go on higher, like maybe like the daily, it's a fairly decent pivot up here. Kind of, yeah, the above 400s get us into the upper distribution, but that was basically a look above and fail, and then yeah, we liquidated down, but overall pretty decent support down here, which is interesting. Just what I've been looking out for is the market is, in my opinion, extremely long from like the 23,000 level, and mostly news driven. So inventory is super long. I mean, this was mostly short covering, and buyers have been there yesterday and even in the overnight. Now they keep defending. But you know, if they're running out of steam, yeah, I think a liquidation play is definitely possible. But let's see. So far in the overnight, we had a big push up at the beginning of EU and then liquidated back down, swept the Asia low, bid off of that, and just been getting some like tape bomb 1 minute candles, like, you know, almost 100-point minute candles. So yeah, definitely tough conditions to be trading. So if we go over to the surfaces, there is at least historically, again, not financial advice or anything, and all my trades are my own, but there is a potential setup here. If these surfaces hold, we have a combined 590 max GEX and max VEX strike. So that's quite a ways off. That's 5 points on the indexes right now as we open here at basically yesterday's low of day. But you could potentially target 590 as the strike. Historically, when they're shared, it's a very high, something like 75% probability of hitting that strike. But it's still pre-market. These surfaces could change dramatically within the first few minutes of trading. So that's something we have to watch. And as you can see, as if we drift lower, there's a huge exposure down at 570. So even though we're nowhere near that strike, there's so much open interest down there. It sometimes jumps the max GEX calculation, sometimes jumps down there. So 570 is like below Thursday's low. So let's see if the US market wants to basically, these levels were bid all day yesterday. So let's see if they are bid at the open here. Otherwise, all this long inventory, I mean, longs are not really sweating, but you know, if we start getting down here down to 580, this inventory is trapped basically. So let's see what shows up on the order flow. VIX, yeah, VIX remains bid, probably mostly due to that liquidation we had in the overnight. But kind of settling here, just above 25. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Still got 5 minutes. So yeah, I guess to summarize the bear and bull case, bear case is to basically assume that what was bid yesterday in yesterday's session, this big excess low in RTH at the cash session yesterday, gets bid again. That's like 24,200, and then up to, I guess, VPOC would be the first 350, and then see if we can't. Globex basically failed to take out the excess high, so see if RTH can't take it out. That would be the bull case. Bear case is we assume that this has some meaning here, this lower distribution, and that the market is building value lower today, but kind of just been for the past 2 hours after this liquidation just kind of a chop fest at these lows. So yeah, let's see. The bear case, like I said, bear case is tougher for me. Basically would need to see conviction below, and once we start getting down, I would say probably below Friday's this Thursday's distribution, then longs are a little bit underwater, and I could see there's fairly poor structure. There's a lot of stuff I've been keeping track of, like there's single prints from Globex on Sunday that didn't get filled. Then below there you have the single prints on the news that were never fully filled. You got this long short covering tail down here, so more than enough poor structure below to clean up. But in terms of like naked VPOCs and stuff, we only have the Globex naked VPOC below, and I believe on ES is completely clean. So you could argue more or less a fair auction has been conducted below, but interesting. I usually don't look at ES very much, but their VPOC is basically right at the lows. The overnight VPOC is right at the lows of there you go, it just moved, but below yesterday's value. So let's see what happens on the order flow coming up here. Got 2 more minutes. We'll hop down, make sure I got my stops and stuff set up. Looks good. Yeah, another thing I do want to mention is this 250 level. They just been smacking that after this liquidation. They tried here. There was like a tape bomb. They immediately sold it, and now here looks like they're trying again. So let's see if that can hold, or if sellers want to keep us below. Let me see if the NQ VPOC still has not moved down, so it's still above yesterday. It's basically the same as yesterday's cash at 350. 350, of course, is pretty major. Been hitting that over and over again. Last night, overnight, a bunch of times in cash. So haven't spent too much time above it, to be honest, above 350. So let's see what happens here. Just under a minute till the open, and we'll have to take note of any shifts in these surfaces. So like I said, 590 is a way off, and currently it's still 570 is still more significant. So at least in terms of gamma. All right, let's see what they want to do here. Okay, immediate rebid. Huge tape bombs. Okay, significant rejection there. Let's see here. Yeah, so still 590 there, but 570 is holding as max gex. So below 585, 580. So 585 is just below the open, and 580 is below just below the distribution there. Yeah. Let's look at the MNQ order flow. It's starting to get a little bit bearish there. And we're already 40 points below the 1 minute opening range. So we're at yesterday's low. Let's see if there's a rebid there. 200 has been decently bid in Globex as well. So that also corresponds with 585. So there's a kind of a gex node there. The next one, I mean, if that breaks, then you would target, you could look for 580. So let's see if I have that marked. If I drop to the half hour here. Yeah, exactly. Just below that, those levels. It might be a little bit higher, somewhere around there, or no, that's probably about right down there. So, but let's see if they're trying to push through 580. My guess is these wicks here, sellers are fairly reluctant to sell through there when this has been bid now for the past 2 Globex and yesterday. Just pretty strong support. So definitely choppy price action here at 585 at this high gex. It's just it would be a strange feeling to long with this. How long is this wick? Like a 50-point wick in the 1 minute range. But I do see, this does show me that there's absorption down here. So targeting 590, that I think is basically yesterday's highs. Don't know why. Oh, it's the daily chart. Sorry. Is it above yesterday's highs? I need to adjust that. It's like yesterday's wick. Something like that. So decent sell effort, but it's not really getting anywhere. Go back to the surfaces. Yeah, 585's putting up a decent fight. But VIX getting a little bit bid. Yep, I mean, from a Vanna standpoint, nothing significant except for the 590 strike, and then again that 570. So it looks like they're bidding here now. Yeah, and here comes decent bid off these lows. If I can't get if I can get like 25 here with a tight stop below that swing low, but they might take off without me here. Then you wouldn't even need, you don't even need anywhere close to 590 for this is the 100-point target. Would just be actually just above the 1 minute opening range. So, but definitely bids starting to come on here onto the tape. So then I would assume as spot gets closer, this could shift to the max gex. But still holding at 570 there. See if we get a fill here. The other issue is, yet again, this 250 is offered, VPOC offered. So pretty messy open, to be honest. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if we get filled here. This will be like a 27 point stop. Let's see if they rebid. Doesn't look like it though. big size getting thrown around here. How does this look on the MNQ? Problem is we're spending a lot of time down here too, which is, you know, not always good, especially at the beginning of the session. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, about a 27 point. We're below 485, so we could flip this at like 210. Again, with the idea that if 285 goes, 585, looking for 580. So, but again, this has been bid. And buyers for sure putting up fight down here at these lows. The question is if they would want to sweep the overnight low. Another level I've been watching is the 150. That's the VPOC from the big short covering day a few days ago. And another of these singles here from Globex on Sunday, as I mentioned in pre-market. But let's see if we don't get any, if we get any liquidation or not. It's kind of nothing really convincing going on. So still just stuck in this range since pre-market. But let's see. Just take a look at the surfaces again. Yeah, so nothing too big in terms of gamma up until that 580 strike. And the 81 is nearly nothing, so yeah, let's see. VIX still bid. Was the high here was just above 26 and a quarter. So Now, so this, what is this level? The 180 was pretty significant in the overnight as well. Did my mouse seriously just die? I guess so. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, minor gamma at 583 and 582, but again, that's 580 is its next stop, so to speak. But very slow, in my opinion. No economic prints. Yeah, so action like this is not super abnormal. So yeah, definitely curious to watch. My mouse is toast. Curious to watch what happens at, I guess, 135 here. See if they rebid a sweep of the lows, but I would like the market to clean up these single prints. So almost to the tick. My stop here, that's 105 to 125. Stop is break even. Let's hope they don't come and get me. Decent sell size here. How does this look on a bit higher time frame here? And I've even marked on my MNQ chart those overnight singles. So that's that VPOC we hit, 150. Could take that for 55 points. They're rebidding those lows. Let's see how long. $20 minutes into the session here. Check the surfaces. Okay. So interesting. 590 is shifting. It's super interesting. 583, maybe that's perhaps little bit of positive gex there. Oops. So yeah, but it's not going anywhere. That's really decent order flow there. Let's see if they're about to get run over or if that's going to be the bottom or not. I may take this if they sweep the lows here for overnight. So it'd be if we would be 70 points if they hit that, but pretty decent bids. Let's see. We'll see how that looks on. Of course, it would be extremely frustrating if they front ran the sweep of lows. But let's see. How long has the stream been going? Over half an hour already. Yeah. And there you go. You blink and looks like they're going to get me break even here. So or not. Some reshorts here. So just as positive gamma acts as kind of resistance to the downside, it's the same on the upside, right? So dealers have to sell into that. If you're bidding into it and they buy into it when you're selling into it. But so far this order flow's pretty convincing. Yeah. So a scratch and a 25-point loss. I could have cut maybe near the overnight lows. Pretty annoying that they didn't sweep them, but maybe they will. Remains to be seen. But let's see. We discussed basically the current surface would suggest maybe 580 gets tagged, but also the 590 strike is really interesting, even though it's quite a ways off. So yeah, will be interesting to see how this session develops. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna call it for the day. All right, take care, and till next time.